Hey y'all, hey, I have finally made it to the house. Why are our young girls so violent? Why? I just don't understand, y'all. Hold on, y'all. They showing the CEO, the man that unalived the CEO, was arrested and extradited to New York. They say he had an outburst. Boy, he look like he is mad, honey. I guess he is. I think his lawyer said it. He said he didn't do it. I don't know, child. I won't dare. But why are our young girls so violent? And you know, this right here also makes me more appreciate how I was raised with my mom and dad when we were younger and how we were raised. I think it plays a major part in the decisions that we now have. Oh, Lord, look at him. Oh, he is yelling at the reporters. Oh, and being aggressive with the police. Okay. Anyway, so when you've been raised a certain kind of way, it'll carry you. It'll carry you. You know, the Bible always talks about raise up a child the way they should go, so when they get older, they won't depart. That's true. How you was raised plays a major part in how you carry out your life and the decision making that you do now when you're older. And that's why I thank God for how I was raised. And I'm not saying I had perfect parents, but there's some things they did get it right. A lot of things they got it right on. And that's why, you know, I can say me and my sister, there's some things we just not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just not, and it plays a big part. But why are young girls so violent? I had watched two videos. One video, they was showing these two girls I guess they went to this other girl's apartment. The girl had small children, babies. Looked like they might have been in Pampers, y'all. These girls was in her apartment, and they jumped on her in front of her children, her little babies. And one girl was recording, and even recorded the baby standing there crying and in terror. I mean, what kind of person goes to another person's house and jump on them? And I mean, they was fighting, honey. Fighting this girl in front of her babies. It's to the point we don't even care about babies being at the scene or nothing. And then I seen another video where they were showing this young girl, and this happened in North Carolina, here in North Carolina, I think in Henderson, North Carolina, where a girl, there was a bunch of people there at the scene, but one girl had a bat and was hitting the other girl. So the girl that got hit with the bat, she went back to her car. When she went back to her car, people followed her to her car, and they was hitting her. So she pulled out a pew-pew, and she unalived that girl. Now, the woman that did the pew-pew, and she was like 40 years old. And the young girl that lost her life, she was like 24. And I'm trying to connect it out. Why would a 40-year-old be even in I mean, now my condolences goes to the family, because a loss is a loss, y'all. You know, not unless the loss is Freddy Krueger or somebody like that. You know, we thank God for laying some people to rest. We thank God for laying some people to rest because they are menace to society. But I'm not saying that about her now, because I don't know the young lady, but my condolences go out to her family. You know, but for a 40-year-old to be in that environment with a 24-year-old is just odd to me. See, I don't know what happened, why they was there. I don't know what the fight was about, but now the 40-year-old is in jail and the 24-year-old is unalive. And you know, when they be recording these fights and stuff, you always hear somebody in the background saying, get him, beat him up, get him. Honey, that's the voice of the devil, honey. That's the voice of the enemy. I remember one time a friend of mine, she had a granddaughter that had friends, a bunch of friends. And so the friends the granddaughter was having an issue with another girl. So you know how two individuals have issues. So they say, meet me here. You know, meet me at the park or meet me wherever, and we're going to, you know, duke it out. So the young girl, my friend's granddaughter, went to duke it out with the girl. So, and that's what happened. But, you know, and then my friend had me to talk to the granddaughter. And I'm so glad she did. She asked me what I talked to her. And I began to tell the young girl, let me tell you something, baby. You could have lost your life at that brawl, at that, you know, at that fight that you was at. You could have lost your life, baby. And anybody, and this for young people, any young person watching it, anybody that will drive you to a fight, anybody that will pump you up to go and do whatever to somebody, they are not your friends, honey. They are not your friends. Because I'm going to tell you, when the smoke settles, you're not going to, them people that's talking about, get them, the people that took you to the fight, they ain't going to have nothing else to do with you after that day. Only person that's just going to be with you is your parents and God. Because when you step inside that courtroom, baby, when you step inside the courtroom, all that thuggish gangster, I'm bad, they ain't gonna let nobody disrespect me, I ain't scared, all that kind of stuff, that goes out the window, honey. It's a different ball game. But it is just crazy to me how these young girls are so violent. They about to be more violent than the boys. I mean, they fighting and bats, and I mean, it's just, oh my goodness. I just couldn't imagine. But I would really like to know, why was they there? I mean, and what was the altercation about? What was it about? Honey, there ain't nowhere in the world I go meet nobody to do nothing, honey. Nothing. That's why I say I thank God for how I was raised, because I don't care what nobody say to me. You know, you can call me this, you can call me that, you can say my grandbaby this or my grandbaby. I don't care what people say, honey, because people run their mouth don't trigger me at all. I can ignore stuff, walk away from a lot of stuff. It don't bother me. But you got some people that's got a mentality. They don't care. They're not going to let, how they say, I ain't going to let nobody disrespect me. You ain't going to talk to me like that. But see, when you get locked up, you're going to have somebody disrespecting you. When you get locked up, you're going to have somebody talking to you any kind of way. You're going to have somebody telling you when to get up. Somebody going to tell you when to go to bed. They're going to tell you when to eat and everything. I'm telling you, it's just wild to me. It really is. These young girls. And I really want to know, how was a 40-year-old, you know, and I know age don't matter sometimes, but I don't see myself being involved in anything with a 24-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Why am I in the company of such? The only way I'll be in the company of young people is I'm ministering them, telling them, but something like that, you know, why would I be in the company? I mean, a 40-year-old going to a brawl? That's just strange, man. She might have not have been going, because I don't know what happened, but I'm just saying. Well, my heart goes out to both of them. Both of them. And as I was looking at that video, I said, you know what? When I would have ran back to my car, I would have got in my car, closed the door, locked it, and took off. But I don't know, when you getting beat up and people following you, maybe that ain't coming to your mind. I don't know. But we have got to make better decisions, y'all. We have got to think. We got to think. So what? Somebody talking about you. So what? They doing this. So what? They doing that. You want to remain free, don't you? You want to remain not wearing a pumpkin suit, don't you? Don't you want your freedom? Because after the dust settled, people pumping you up to do this and get them all out there. And now you might be lost your very life. And especially if you got children and grandchildren, you're going to lose your life because what? I didn't like what she said or made the comment she made on Facebook, or I don't know what it was over, honey. But I know one thing, it wasn't worth what happened. It was not worth what happened. So that's why I tell the young girls, honey, you better learn how to have some self-control. You better learn how to be disrespected. So what? People talked about Jesus. And guess what? You can say all you want, well, I ain't Jesus. You might not be Jesus, baby, but you're gonna be locked up. Because they got a place for bad people. People that say ain't nobody gonna talk to me any kind of way, they got a place for you. People that want to pick up bats and weapons, they got a place for you. I'm telling you, and stop letting these so-called friends pump you up to do stuff. I thought that was so sad, especially when them girls went in that girl's house and that girl fighting her in front of her children, in front of her babies, and they recording the babies. And she telling the girl, get her, get her. Honey, that was the devil took you over there, honey. And then the girl on the other fight with the bat talking about get her. And they won't say getting her, you know, they were cussing. Beat her, you know what? Beat her, you know, them ain't your friend, son. That's the devil. That's the devil, honey. Now look. Somebody got to have a funeral and somebody sitting in the county jail. Was it worth it? Where all the friends at now? Where's all the, you know, child. We have just got to calm down. And we got to learn how to think. You got to learn how to let some things go. You got to learn that in this life, you're going to be disrespected. In this life, you're going to be talked about. But guess what? You can live another day. Ain't that nice? I might be talked about and all kinds of stuff lied on. But guess what? I'm going to live another day and I'm going to live in freedom. I'm going to live in freedom. Lord have mercy. But I just find it to be so sad. So sad. Anyway, if y'all seen them two situations I'm talking about, let me know what y'all thoughts is about it, all right? All right, toodles.